Hi everyone, welcome to NCKHUB. Today in our video we are going to cover shell sort as part of data structures and algorithms. So we'll see what is shell sort and what is its algorithm and how it is going to work. So shell sort is a generalized version of insertion sort. So in insertion sort, like at a time elements can be moved ahead by one position only. So to move an element to a further positions, it requires many moments so that algorithm execution time is going to increase. So algorithm first sort the elements that are far away from each other, and then it is going to subsequently reduces the gap between them. So yeah, normal we will calculate this gap. So it is called as interval. So this interval we'll be calculating by using the nuts formula as below, h into 3 plus 1. So where h is the interval with the initial value of 1. So we'll see what is its algorithm now and how it is going to work. So first we are going to initialize the value of gap size. So in earlier slide, like we have seen, yeah, where h is the interval. So yeah, so we are going to initialize the gap size, assume like it is going to be h, and we are going to divide the given array into like some smaller subparts. So each it is going to be in equal parts. So and then we are going to sort these sublets using insertion sort, and then we are going to repeat this step until the list is sorted. So like the smallest interval would be 1. So till that point we are going to repeat this process. So what is its algorithm? So this is one. So first we are going to initialize with interval. So assume our array is size of 8. So first we are going to make 4 interval size, and then we are going to take that first element as into temp variable, and then we are going to compare the positions of that first and the uh, interval whatever we are considering, that two elements. So if those are in already in sorted order, those two elements, then we are not going to swap the positions. Otherwise if it requires swapping, then we'll do the swapping with the help of this extra variable temp, and that's how we are going to change the interval like from n by 2, and then we are going to do that interval as 1. So till that we are going to iterate, and then at the end we are going to get all the sorted order. Yeah, next we'll see with example. So yeah, currently I'm going to take these elements. So these are the elements from the array 34, 32, 43, 8, 15, 19, 28, 46. So here we have 8 elements, and then yeah, now we are going to take the intervals. So initially, so size of an array is 8. So that I'm going to divide it by 4, sorry 2. Okay. So and then I'm going to get the interval size 4. Okay, so first we are going to divide this given array into two sublists. Okay, so with a gap of 4. So first 0th position, so that element is 34, and then take the interval 4, you can see. So the next element is 15. So both are highlighted in the color, like yellow color, and then next first position, and then sixth, and then fifth position it is 19. So like similarly 43 and 28 and 8 and 46. So yeah, these are the elements which are apart with the interval of 4 size. So now we are going to do the comparison. So here we can see we got now 4 sublists. So 34 and 15, 32 and 19, 43, 28, 8 and 46. So now we are going to compare these values. So if these values are already in sorted order, then we don't do anything. Otherwise, we will do the swapping. So first we are going to compare 34 and 15. So these two are not in sorted order. So we are going to swap the positions 15 and 34. And next 32 and 19. So again these are also not in sorted order. Now we are going to swap the positions. So 19 and 32. And next 43, 28. So again these also required swapping. So 28 and 43 and 8 and 46. So these are already in sorted order. So no swapping is required. So yeah, and in second loop, now we are going to reduce the interval size. Okay, so that now we are going to get at the interval of 2. Okay, n by 4, that is size of the array is 8 and divided by 4, so it is going to be 2. So now with the taking of interval 2, like we need to sort the rest of the array. So with this interval of 2, like now we are getting the 2 sublists. Okay, so those are which is of gap 2. Okay, first I'm considering 15 and then leave one place and then 28 and then 34 and then 43. So similarly second list 19, 8, 32, 46. So now we are going to compare these values and then need to be in sorted order. So now we are going to compare all these elements. Okay, so 15, 28, 34, 43. So if you take the first list, so these are already in sorted order, so there is no swapping required. Okay, so 15, 28, 34, 43. So those positions remain same. And then if we take the second list 19, 8, 32, 46. So there is a swapping required in the first and the second position 19 and 8. So there you can see elements got changed. So 8 and 19. Okay, so rest of elements like 32, 46 same. And now third loop, like now we are going to get the interval size of 1. Okay, now we need to sort that complete array. So first you are going to take the element 15 and then going to compare with the next immediate element 15 and 8. So these are not in order, so swap it 8 and 15 and then take the third element 8, 15, 28. So again these are already in sorted order, so no need of swapping. And then move to the next element. So you can check 8, 15, 28, 19. So these are not in order. Again swapping is required 8, 15, 19, 28. So like this you are going to take next element and then compare the whole array like whatever the comparison we are doing. So if sorting is required, then we are going to swap the elements and then so like this at the end we are going to get it in a ascending order, all the elements. So when it comes to the time complexity, so best case it is like order of n log n, and average case it is going to be n into log of n square, and worst case it is like n square. Best case in the sense like ideally no sorting is required, and then average case if you see elements are in jumbled order, like not properly ascending or descending. So it could be like order of n into log n square, and worst case it could be like array elements are in reverse order. So space complexity is order of 1. So since we are using one extra variable for swapping. Yeah, now we'll see one sample program like how to implement the shell sort algorithm using Java. So this is the sample program. So here I have created one array. So with the elements of size 8, 34, 32, 43, 8, like that 46. And I'm calculating the size of the array using this length, and then displaying the elements of array and then calling the shell sort method. After that sorting, so how again displaying the elements of the array. So in shell sort algorithm, so first shell sort method. So I have created one for loop. So initialized with interval. So interval size, so it is going to be like n by 2, so which is like size of the array by 2. So and then I'm checking till this interval greater than 0, and then incrementing like with interval slash equal to 2. So like this I'm going to calculate. Yeah, so initially interval size will be n by 2, and then later it will be n by 4, and then like n by 8, so on like that. So and then I am iterating another inner for loop. Okay, so with interval initializing I variable with interval. So interval is like equal to n by 2. So here it will be like 4. First I am taking that interval, and then till it reaches the end of the array, and then incrementing the size, and then initializing one temp variable to store the element of this num of I. Okay, so here it is, if you consider, it is like a fourth position element, and then storing into temp, and then initializing another variable j. So and then inner for loop. Okay, so started with j equal to I, j greater than or equal to interval, and here if it is matching, like if the values that are getting compared, if those are not in sorted order, then swapping is required. So that we are going to do inside this for loop, and then once it reaches, like we are printing, we are swapping the element, and then displaying the elements of the array of each swapping. And then once it reaches the interval, okay, completed, again we are displaying the uh, elements of the array, like how it got sorted. So now we'll execute the program and see how it is getting sorted. So I just executed. So before sorting, so these are my elements. So 34, 32, 43, 8, 15, 19, 28, and 46. So initial interval size is n by 2. So that is 8 by 2. So now interval size is 4. Okay. So now elements will be comparing like 34 and 15. So with an interval size of 4. And then 32 and 19 will be compared, 43 and 28, and 8 and 46. So basically here like four sublists will be formed with all these elements, and then if swapping is required, then elements will get swapped, and then we can see. So initially 34 and 15, so those will be get compared, and then here swapping is required. So 15 comes into the first position, and 34 to fourth position. And similarly 32, 19. So again swapping required, 19 and 32. So those two got swapped. 43 and 28. Again this also requires swapping. For, so 28 comes here, and 43. And then last 8 and 46. So no sort swapping is required. So those are in same position. So after interval size of 4, so these are my elements in the order 15, 19, 28, 8, 34, 32, 43, 46. So in the next iteration, so again I am calculating the interval size. Okay, so that is like n by 4. Now the interval size is 2. So now element will be compared between 15, 28, 19, 8. Okay, 15, 28, and then 34, and then 43. And next 19, 8, sorry, 15, 28, 34, 43. And next comparison will be 19, 8, 32, and 46. So here two sublists will be formed, and then elements will be sorted based on that list. So 15, 28, so already in sorted, and 34, 43. So already first list it is already in sorted order. So no swapping required. Next is 19, 8. 32, 46. So this requires swapping 19 and 8. So first we can see uh, 8 will come here, 8, 19, and then 32, 46. Okay, so here we can see only 8 and 19, so those two got swapped and rest will stay same. Okay, 8, 19, 32, 46. So this is after second interval size. So 15, 8, 28, 19, 34, 32, 43, 46. Now we can see interval size is 1. So that is like 8 by 8. So now interval size is 1, and then it is going to compare with each element like 8 and 15. So first it will do, so no swapping required, and then it will do 8, 15, 28, and no swapping required, and after that 8, 15, 28, 19. So now this requires swapping. So then 8, 15, 19, 28. After that again it is going to compare this thing 8, 15, 19, 28, 34. So these are in sorted order, no swapping required. And now if we consider this, so this 32 requires swapping, and that's how it becomes. And then next 32, 34, 43. So again these are all in sorted order, and finally so it is going to check all the elements. So all the elements are in sorted order. So after interval size of 1, so this is my array, and after applying shell sort, so we can see all the elements are in sorted in ascending order. Yeah, so this is about shell sort, and thank you so much.